The distance is very large, and that's why the gaseous molecules can move randomly, and gaseous molecules or the gaseous substance does not have any shape. They are moving randomly in any direction because there is no compactness present in the gaseous molecules. Then comes liquid molecules. Liquid molecules has moderate distance between the atoms or the molecules, and they acquire the shape in which they are poured. Okay, for example, if you pour the water on a surface, it will start moving here and there, but if you pour the water in a cup or glass, it will acquire the shape of that glass or cup. So in this way, liquid molecules acquire the shape or they acquire volume in which they are poured, and the distance between molecules or atoms is moderate in case of liquid molecules. In case of solid molecules, there is a definite arrangement of atoms or molecules, and they acquire a definite shape. Based on their shape and the structural arrangement of atoms, they will acquire, or there are two classes of solids. One is amorphous solid and crystalline solid. So we'll distinguish between the crystalline solid and amorphous solid, and why there are two classes of two types of solids present. I'll explain you the reason. I hope everyone knows this basic difference between solid, liquid, and gases. And in this section, we are going to study in detail solid state of matter. Okay, all of you are getting me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. What is mean by solid? Solids have definite shape, definite volume. They are highly incompressible. They are rigid. They constitute particles held closely by strong intermolecular forces. So this word is very important. They are held by strong intermolecular forces, that is compact arrangement of atoms or molecules is there in case of solids, and that's why they acquire a definite shape, definite volume, and they becomes highly rigid. They have fixed position of constituents, means if you take any solid, it will contain the fixed number of atoms in it. Okay, so the fixed position of constituent, it is called as a solid. These are the criteria for solid. It's very simple. Basic science part is given here. Types of solids. There are two types of solid based on the atomic arrangement, binding energy, physical and chemical properties. There are two types. One is crystalline solid, another is amorphous solid. What is meant by crystalline solid? Crystalline solid has definite arrangement of atoms throughout the three-dimensional network, and uh, the existence of crystalline lattice is there. We are going to study the crystal systems. There are 7 types of crystal systems: cubic, tetragonal, hexagonal, monoclinic, triclinic, rhomboedral. So these are the 7 types of crystal system. It comes under this point, crystalline solid. So what is meant by crystalline solid? There exists a crystalline lattice. A crystalline lattice means what? A crystalline lattice is a solid figure which has a definite geometrical shape. Means if it acquires a cubic shape, then that system is called as a cubic crystalline system. If it acquires a tetragonal shape, then it is called as a tetragonal crystal system. So there is a existence of specific crystalline lattice, and because of that crystalline lattice, they acquire a definite geometrical shape with flat faces and sharp edges. They are incompressible, orderly arranged unit. So ordered arrangement of atoms is or molecules is present in crystalline solid. Definite sharp melting point. Crystalline solids have definite and sharp melting point. There exist anisotropy, definite geometry. They give X-ray diffraction bands, and examples are NaCl, cesium chloride. These are some examples of crystalline solids. Okay, so these are the important points regarding the crystalline solid. They have definite arrangement of atoms in crystalline lattice, and because of that crystalline lattice, there are 7 types of crystal systems present. Amorphous solid. What is mean by amorphous? Like powder like structure. You can easily distinguish between amorphous and crystalline solid. Crystalline, you can take example of table salt. क्रिस्टल्स असं हाताला जरा आपल्याला चरचर लागतं ते म्हणजे क्रिस्टल्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला कळतं सोडियम क्लोराईड मीठ जे आपण डेली यूज करतो ते आणि टॅल्कम पावडर कुठलीही घ्या तुम्ही मी काही ब्रँडिंग नाही करते पण पॉन्ड्सची पावडर जर आपण घेतली तर ती हाताला एकदम स्मूथ लागते म्हणजे काय ते अमॉर्फस सॉलिडचं एक्झाम्पल आहे टॅल्कम पावडर आणि NaCl is the example of crystalline solid. Why there is a difference between NaCl and talcum powder? Why both are not same structure wise? Why they are not same? Because in case of amorphous solid, the word is derived from the Greek word omorph meaning shapeless. There is no regular arrangement of atoms or molecules. Also considered as non-crystalline solids or supercooled liquids. Glass is the best example of supercooled liquid. Supercooled means they looks like solid, but actually they are supercooled liquids. So glass is supercooled liquid. It is not solid. They are also called as a non-crystalline solid because the arrangement of atoms is irregular. There is no regular arrangement, no sharp melting point. They exhibit isotropic arrangement or they shows isotropic. There is no definite geometrical shape. Do not give X-ray diffraction bands. Examples are glass, rubber, plastic. We can mold it in any shape. Glass can be flat. Glass can be having a oval shape, or glass can be square. So there is no definite shape. Or we can give it any type of shape to the glass, rubber, or plastic. That's why they are called as amorphous solid. Amorphous means shapeless. There is no definite shape like crystalline solids. Types of crystal structures. There are 4 types of crystal structure: ionic crystal, covalent crystal, molecular crystals, and metallic crystal. Ionic crystal means what? They exhibit ionic bond, or the atoms present in the molecules of the ionic crystals are ions. Okay, actually they are ions. The bond form is ionic bond. Lattice points are occupied by positive and negative ions. Hard and brittle solids. Ionic crystals are hard and brittle. Hard means difficult to break, or rigid, what we can say, rigid, hard. But brittle means easy to break. Easy to break. जर ते खाली पडले तर लगेच फुटून जाणार असे असतात आयोनिक क्रिस्टल्स. So hard and brittle solids, high melting point due to very strong electrostatic forces of attraction. Ionic crystals have very high melting point because of their electrostatic forces of attraction. Positive and negative ions attracted, positive ions attract negative ions. So there is a strong intermolecular or electrostatic forces of attraction. Because of that, it's very difficult to break that bond, and the melting point is very high. They are poor conductors of electricity in solid but good in molten state. For example, NaCl. NaCl is a very bad conductor of electricity in case of solid, but in molten state, it conducts some amount of electricity. Packing of spares depends on presence of charged species present, difference in size of anions and cations. there are two types of ionic crystals, AB type and AB2 type. Based on the number of ions as well as based on the size of ions, anions and cations. So let's take A as cation and B as anion. So AB type of ionic crystal and AB2 type of ionic crystal. We'll take example of these two types, or we can take NaCl. NaCl is a AB type, and MgCl2, magnesium dichloride, MgCl2, is AB2 type of crystal, ionic crystal system. Covalent crystals. Lattice points are occupied by neutral atoms. Atoms are held together by covalent bonds. They are hard solids. They have high melting point and they are poor conductors of electricity. Why the covalent crystals are poor conductor of electricity? Because covalent bond is very strong and it is very difficult to break that bond, and electron transfer is also very difficult. That's why they are poor conductor of electricity. What is meant by electricity? Passing of electrons. Electricity, the word indicates electrons related something is there. So electrons, if electrons are tightly held by the nucleus, that time it's very difficult to pass the electron from one place to another place. That's why covalent crystals are poor conductors of electricity. There are two common examples, diamond and graphite. I'll explain you all the three types of allotropes of carbon: diamond, graphite and fullerene. These three are very very important. Many questions are asked in examination based on these allotropes of carbon. Okay. Then comes molecular crystal. What is meant by molecular crystals? There is no ions present in molecular crystal. Neutral molecules are present. Lattice points are occupied by neutral molecules. The molecules are held together by van der Waals forces of attraction. They are very soft solids, low melting point and poor conductors of electricity. Majority time, the solids are poor conductor of electricity. If some defects are there, that time they become good conductor of electricity. Okay. Then comes metallic crystals. Metallic crystals, lattice points are occupied by positive metal ions surrounded by a sea of mobile electron. Metals are itself electropositive in nature. They can easily lose electron and becomes electropositive. That's why number of electrons are always there in the surrounding of metal ions, positive metal ions. That's why metallic crystals are good conductor of electricity. For conduction of electricity, electrons are needed. And in case of metallic crystal, electrons are easily available. That's why metallic crystals are good conductors of electricity. Metals have high tensile strength. Then the nature varies from soft to hard. For example, sodium. Sodium is very soft metal, like chocolate. You can cut it with a knife. Okay, but at the same time, iron, Fe, is very hard metal. You cannot cut it with the knife. So the nature varies from soft to very hard. Malleability, ductility, these are the properties of metals that you already know. Bonding electrons in metals remain delocalized over the entire crystal. Delocalization means they are not fixed. Their position is not fixed. They will always change their position, and that's why they become good conductors of electricity. They have high density. So these are the properties of four types of crystals: metallic crystal, molecular crystal, ionic crystal and covalent crystal. I hope you understood the difference between all the four types of crystal systems. These are not systems, these are only types of crystals: metallic crystal, covalent crystal, ionic crystal and molecular crystal. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very easy. It is just a recapitulation of concepts that you have already studied in your lower classes. I think in 10th standard also these simple concepts are there nowadays. Then laws of symmetry. This is not a part of solid state chemistry or not a part of your syllabus, but here it is included. Plane of symmetry, you know what is meant by plane of symmetry. It is also called as a reflection plane, denoted by sigma. Then center of symmetry. Center of symmetry is called as a center of inversion, which is denoted by I. And axis of symmetry, which is denoted by Cn. We called it as a proper axis of symmetry, Cn. Okay, so these are the symmetry elements included here. In cubic crystal, elements of symmetry explain here. Cubic crystal, it includes rectangular planes of symmetry. There are 3 rectangular planes of symmetry. Then diagonal planes of symmetry, 6. Axis of fourfold symmetry, 3. Uh, Threefold symmetry means C4 axis. There are 3 C4 axes. There are 4 C3 axes, and there are 6 C2 axes of symmetry present in the cubic system. You know, cube, that Rubik cube or colored cube जे आपण सॉल्व्ह करतो ना, खेळतात बघा छोटे मुलं, मोठे पण खेळतात, पण ते सॉल्व्ह करतो बघा कलरचा, ते क्यूब असतो. क्यूब, तर ते क्यूबिक शेप आहे, तो ऍक्च्युअल क्यूबिक शेप आहे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये जर सगळं पूर्ण सेम असेल, पूर्ण कलर्स जर सेम असतील, तर क्यूब पूर्ण सेम असेल, तर त्याच्यामध्ये 3 रेक्टँग्युलर प्लेन्स असतात, 6 डायगोनल प्लेन्स असतात, 3 C4 ऍक्सिस असतात, त्यानंतर 4 C3 ऍक्सिस असतात, 6 C2 ऍक्सिस अँड 1 सेंटर ऑफ इन्व्हर्जन. सेंटर ऑफ इन्व्हर्जन सेंटरला प्रेझेंट असणार आहे. सो टोटल सिमेट्री एलिमेंट्स इन cube or cubic crystal system are 23. You just remember this number. It can be asked in MCQ, as a MCQ. How many number of symmetry elements are there in cubic crystal system? So total symmetry elements are 23. Nobody will ask you specific, but remember that there are 23 symmetry elements present in the cubic system. These are the 3 rectangular planes shown here in cubic system. These are the diagonal planes of symmetry. There are 6 diagonal planes of symmetry present. Then C4 axis. There are 3 C4 axes and 4 C3 axes are present. C3 means rotation by 120 degree and C4 means rotation by 90 degree. Then C2, there are 6 C2 axis of symmetry. C2 means rotation by 180 degree. So there are 6 C2 axis present. Center of symmetry at the center is a I. This is called as a I, denoted by I, that is center of symmetry. It is also called as a center of inversion. What is meant by center of inversion? Let me explain you quickly. If you see this center, and from this center at equal and opposite distances, same atom should be encountered or same atom should be there. This is the center, and from this center, if you move in the upward direction, what is there? The red color atom. And if you move in the downward direction at equal distances, equal and opposite distance, equal and opposite, equally in the upward direction and equally in the downward direction, same atoms should be there. Then and then that molecule possesses a center of symmetry. It is called as a center of inversion, denoted by I. For example, CO2, carbon is the center, and if you move on the right side, there is one oxygen, and if you move on the left side, there is one oxygen. It means the CO2 molecule has center of inversion. I is there. I is present in the CO2. In the same way, the cubic crystal system, there is a center of inversion because at equal and opposite distances, same atoms are shown here in this image. Then types of cubic crystals. आपण आधी काय करूया, क्युबिक सिस्टीमचा इथे जेवढं दिलंय तेवढं स्टडी करून घेऊ आणि उरलेले जे क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम्स आहे त्याच्यासाठी माझ्याकडे एक चार्ट आहे. तर त्या चार्ट मध्ये मी तुम्हाला ते सांगते कसं डिस्टिंग्विश केलं जातं क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम्स. इथे फक्त क्युबिक क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम एक्सप्लेन केलेली आहे. तो चार्ट लक्षात कसा ठेवायचा आणि त्याच्यावर एमसीक्यू डेफिनेटली विचारले जातात. 12th स्टँडर्डच्या बुक मध्ये सुद्धा तो चार्ट दिलेला आहे क्रिस्टल सिस्टीमचा, किंवा तुम्ही जस्ट नेटवर टाकलं ना 7 टाइप्स ऑफ क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम आणि इमेजेस मध्ये जर बघितलं तर तुम्हाला एक चार्ट फॉर्मॅट मध्ये डाटा मिळतो. तर हे खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. त्याच्यावर खूप सारे एमसीक्यू विचारले जातात कुठल्याही कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झाम मध्ये. म्हणजे केमिस्ट्री रिलेटेड कुठलीही कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झाम असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये नक्की त्या 7 टाइपच्या क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम्सवर क्वेश्चन्स विचारले जातात. आता इथे जी क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम एक्सप्लेन केलेली आहे ती फक्त क्युबिक आहे. क्युबिकचा आपण स्टडी करतोय. क्युबिक ही फर्स्ट क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम आहे. त्यानंतर बाकीच्या रिमेनिंग क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम्स येतात. तर आता आपण क्युबिकचा स्टडी करून घेऊ. बाकीचे डिटेल मध्ये स्टडी करायची गरज नाही. बाकीचे फक्त तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवायचे कारण की त्यांचं अँगल आणि बॉन्ड लेंथ वर क्वेश्चन विचारले जातात एमसीक्यू. तर तो चार्ट जर तुम्ही व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवला तर तुम्हाला काही अडचण येणार नाही. लक्षात येते का सगळ्यांना?
Yes, ma'am.
बाकीचे स्टुडंट्स आहेत का क्लासमध्ये? आहेत बाकीचे? एकच स्टुडंट आहे का क्लासमध्ये? मी काहीतरी क्वेश्चन विचारलाय.
नाही मॅम.
So you should reply whenever I ask you some question or any suggestion. Nobody is replying. सगळ्या दिवाळीचे वेध लागलेत का? 4 दिवसावर दिवाळी आहे, अजून कसे लेक्चर चालू आहे, कधी बंद करणार? तर नुसतं लेक्चर लावून देता आणि दिवाळीची तयारी करत बसताय सगळे.
हो मॅम.
No, ma'am.
So if you are attending the lecture, be in the lecture. You are spending 1 hour, 45 minutes. There are 4 types of cubic crystals. One is simple or primitive type. Second is body centered. Third is face centered. And fourth is end centered, or it is also called as a end face centered. Sometimes it is called as a base centered. You just remember the name. Don't get confused between body centered and base centered. That's why it is given here as end or face centered. End face centered. So simple or primitive type means a normal cubic system in which only one atom is there. Body center, it has 2 atoms. Face centered, it has 4 atoms. And end center, it has 2 atoms. So how to find out these atoms in the cubic crystal systems? There is one formula to calculate the number of atoms present in all the 4 types of systems. So you have to remember that formula, as well as there are some numericals based on the 4 types of cubic crystal system. So you need to solve those numericals in exam. That's why understood these points very clearly. Okay. First is the simple or primitive type of cubic system. It is called as a SC or primitive type. Simple or primitive type of cubic system. It has 8 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4, 8. So at the 8 corners, each atom means there are 8 atoms. Now you will say, you said only one atom is there in the simple cubic system. 2 atoms are there in the body centered cubic system. 4 atoms are there in the face centered cubic system. And in this figure, there are 8 atoms. Here there are 9 atoms. How it is possible? So each atom at each corner, listen carefully, each atom at each corner occupies 1/8 portion. 1/8. 1/8 portion is occupied by each atom present in the 8 corners. So there are 8 atoms in 8 corners. But each atom occupies only 1/8 portion. So 1/8 into 8. What is the answer? What is the answer? 1/8 into 8.
1.
1. 8 gets cancelled and the answer is 1. Means in simple cubic system, only one atom is there. 8 atoms are present at 8 corners, but they are not occupying the complete area, or the part of atom is only 1/8, which is occupying the crystal lattice. That's why 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. Total calculate केलं तर फक्त एकच atom येतो simple cubic system मध्ये. Then comes body centered. Same is applicable here. Only at the center one complete atom is there. सेंटरला एक कंप्लीट ऍटम असतो, तर हा ऍटम फक्त ऍड करायचा. तर आता इथे काय आहे, 8 कॉर्नर्सला 8 ऍटम्स आहे की ज्यांचा फक्त 1/8 पोर्शनच क्रिस्टल लॅटिस मध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो. दिसताना जरी हे पूर्ण ऍटम हे क्रिस्टल लॅटिस वर दिसतोय, पण ऍक्च्युअली फक्त 1/8 पोर्शनच या ऍटमचा क्रिस्टल लॅटिस वर असतो क्यूबिक सिस्टीम मध्ये. तर 1/8 into 8 आंसर काय येणार आहे 1. 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1 plus this 1. This atom, central atom, it is occupying the complete space at the center. म्हणजे हा ऍटम पूर्णपणे इथे प्रेझेंट असतो, याचा पूर्ण पोर्शन इथे प्रेझेंट असतो. म्हणून 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. टोटल ऍटम्स किती असतात बॉडी सेंटर मध्ये 2. सिंपल क्यूबिक मध्ये 1. बॉडी सेंटर मध्ये 2. आता नेक्स्ट आपल्याला बघायचं फेस सेंटर्ड. फेस सेंटर्ड आणि एंड सेंटर्ड. तर फेस सेंटर्ड क्यूबला किती फेसेस असतात? क्यूबला किती फेसेस असतात? 6 फेसेस असतात. 6. ओके. सो each face has one atom at its center. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces, and at each face at its center one atom is there. Okay. And already these red color atoms are there. It indicates they are occupying only 1/8 portion of the crystal lattice. That's why 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. It becomes 1. But for face centered, half of the portion of these yellow color atoms which are present at the center of face centered, प्रत्येक फेसच्या सेंटरला एक atom आहे. Please mute yourself. Somebody has unmuted. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay. तर हे जे येलो कलरचे ॲटम्स दिसत आहे यांनी यांचा हाफ पोर्शन क्रिस्टल लॅटिस मध्ये असतो आणि हाफ पोर्शन क्रिस्टल लॅटिसच्या बाहेर असतो. तर जो हाफ पोर्शन क्रिस्टल लॅटिस मध्ये प्रेझेंट आहे तो आपल्याला कन्सिडर करायचा आहे. जसं की रेड कलरचे ॲटम्स जे होते त्यांचा 1/8 पोर्शन क्रिस्टल लॅटिस वर आहे. तसे हे येलो कलरचे जे ॲटम्स दिसत आहेत की जे फेसेसला प्रेझेंट आहे त्यांचा हाफ पोर्शन फेस मध्ये असतो किंवा सिस्टीम मध्ये असतो आणि हाफ पोर्शन सिस्टीमच्या बाहेर. तर टोटल किती ॲटम्स आहेत? 6 ॲटम्स आहे म्हणून. आणि त्यांचं पोर्शन किती ऑक्युपाय झालेलं आहे क्रिस्टल सिस्टीम मध्ये? हाफ पोर्शन. सो 1/2 into 6 1/2 into 6 is equal to 3. 1/2 into 6 is equal to 3 प्लस हे आधीचे कॅल्क्युलेट केलेले 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. There are 4 atoms present in the face-centered cubic cell. Face-centered cubic called as a FCC. Body-centered, simple cubic and face-centered. In case of simple cubic, there is only one atom. 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. In case of body-centered, 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1 plus the atom which is present at the center plus 1. Total 2 atoms are there in body centered cubic system. Then comes face centered. There are 6 faces and at each face one atom is there, but only half portion of that atom is present in the cubic system. Half is outside the cubic system. That's why 1/2 into 6 is equal to 3 and 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. So 3 plus 1, total 4 atoms are there in the face centered cubic system, FCC. Last one is end centered, or it is also called as an end face centered cell. There are 2 ends. One is the upper end, one is the bottom end. So at 2 ends, 2 atoms are there. Again, their half of portion is present in the cubic system and half is outside the system. That's why the portion which is present, it needs to be considered. That's why 1/2 into 2. 1/2 into 2 gets cancelled. Answer is 1. And 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2. In case of end face centered cubic cell, there are 2 atoms. In case of face centered cubic cell, there are 4 atoms. Body centered, there are 2 atoms. And simple cubic, there is only 1 atom. So remember these number of atoms. We will require this number of atoms present in each type of cubic crystal system to solve the numericals. Numericals MCQ solve करायला आपल्याला त्याची help होते. The summary is given here. Simple cubic, 1 atom per unit cell. Body centered, that is BCC, 2 atoms per unit cell. Face centered, 4 atoms per unit cell. And end face centered, 2 atoms per unit cell. How to calculate that, I told you. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. It is given here also. 8 into 1/8 is equal to 1. And this is the 3-dimensional image, how they occupy only 1/8 portion. This is the 1/8 portion of the spare atoms घेतले आणि ते स्पेअर ॲटमचा फक्त 1/8 पोर्शनच सिस्टीम मध्ये आहे, बाकीचं पोर्शन बाहेर असतो. ते 1/8 1/8 1/8 असे 8 कॉर्नर्सला जर 1/8 ॲटम्स प्रेझेंट असतील तर टोटल फक्त 1 ॲटम प्रेझेंट असतो. त्यानंतर सिंपल क्युबिक अरेंजमेंट, एक्झाम्पल पोलोनियम. So this question is again very famous question from solid state chemistry. The space occupied by atoms is only 52%. 52%. 100% जर पूर्ण स्पेस असेल तर atoms फक्त 52% स्पेस ऑक्युपाय करतात आणि रिमेनिंग स्पेस जो असतो ना, म्हणजे जो अनऑक्युपाइड आहे, त्याला आपण void स्पेस म्हणतो. त्याला काय म्हणतात? void स्पेस. तर 100 - 52 किती येणार आहे आन्सर? 100 - 52. लेक्चर मध्ये असाल तुम्ही तर आन्सर द्याल.
48.
लेक्चर मध्ये नसाल तर आन्सर नाही देणार तुम्ही. 48. So means 48% space is unoccupied, which is called as a void space, and the 52% space is occupied. क्वेश्चन नेहमी दोन्ही प्रकारे विचारले जातात. कधी कधी ऑक्युपाइड स्पेस विचारला जातो आणि कधी कधी अनऑक्युपाइड स्पेस विचारला जातो, की ज्याला void स्पेस म्हणतात. तर दोन्ही लक्षात ठेवायचं किंवा एकच लक्षात ठेवायचं जेणेकरून दुसरं तुम्ही फाइंड आउट करू शकता. तर ऑक्युपाइड स्पेस लक्षात ठेवा, म्हणजे 52% ऑक्युपाइड स्पेस आहे, तर 100 - 52 करायचं. आन्सर काय येतं? अनऑक्युपाइड स्पेसचं आन्सर तुम्हाला फाइंड आउट करता येतं. सिंपल क्युबिक अरेंजमेंट मध्ये 52% स्पेस ऑक्युपाइड असतो. बॉडी सेंटर मध्ये आपण बघूया किती पर्सेंट स्पेस ऑक्युपाय असतो ते. आता इथे परत फॉर्म्युला दिलाय कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं, की जे मी तुम्हाला ओरली एक्सप्लेन केले ऑलरेडी, ते इथे दिलेलं आहे परत. नंबर ऑफ ॲटम्स प्रेझेंट पर युनिट सेल 8 × 1/8, कारण की 8 कॉर्नर्स आहेत आणि प्रत्येक कॉर्नरला एक ॲटम असतो. त्या ॲटमचा फक्त 1/8 पोर्शनच सिस्टीम मध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो. इथे तुम्ही बघू शकता हे सगळे काय 1/8 पोर्शन आहे. 1/8 1/8 1/8 टोटल किती होतं त्याचं? 1/8 × 8 इज इक्वल टू 1, प्लस सेंटरला एक ॲटम प्रेझेंट आहे की जो पूर्णपणे प्रेझेंट आहे, त्यामुळे तो 1 कन्सिडर केला जातो. 8 × 1/8 plus 1, answer is 2. This is the structure of body centered cubic system. Then again here it is shown cesium chloride and cesium bromide. Cesium chloride and cesium bromide, these are the examples of body centered cubic system. Remember the examples. exam मध्ये ना बऱ्याच वेळा विचारलं जातं which of the following is an example of BCC unit cell. मग तिथे ऑप्शन्स दिले जातात, NaCl, cesium chloride, MCl, वेगवेगळे ऑप्शन्स असतात. तर करेक्ट ऑप्शन चूज करायचा cesium chloride. cesium chloride इज अ BCC टाइप ऑफ युनिट सिस्टीम, क्युबिक सिस्टीम. त्यानंतर NaCl चं पण बऱ्याच वेळा विचारलं जातं. NaCl इज FCC, फेस सेंटर्ड क्युबिक असतं NaCl चं स्ट्रक्चर. So 68% space is occupied by atoms in case of body centered cubic lattice. 68% occupied आहे, तर अनऑक्युपाइड किती असेल? अनऑक्युपाइड इज 32%.
32.
So unoccupied means void space. The void space is 32%. And 68% is the occupied space. Remember the occupied space, you can calculate the unoccupied space. Then comes FCC, face centered cubic lattice. How to calculate this? I already explained you. 8 × 1/8 plus 6 × 1/2. Why 6? Because there are 6 faces, and at each face, at its center, one atom is there, but only half of the portion of that atom is occupied in the system. That's why 6 × 1/2. Total answer is 4. So there are 4 atoms in the face centered cubic lattice. This is the face centered cubic lattice, and these are the atoms which are present at the faces. This is the structure of NaCl. NaCl or NaF, KBr, MgO. These are the examples of FCC cubic lattice or face-centered cubic lattice. 74% space is occupied. याचा सुद्धा फॉर्म्युला आहे, कॅल्क्युलेशन आहे की स्पेस ऑक्युपाइड कसं फाइंड आउट करायचा, पण तुम्हाला ते कोणी विचारणार नाही कारण की तुमचे ऑनलाईन एक्झाम होते आणि MCQ असतात जनरली. तर फक्त नंबर लक्षात ठेवा. 74% स्पेस इज ऑक्युपाइड इन FCC. मॅक्सिमम स्पेस कशामध्ये ऑक्युपाय केलाय? FCC ने ऑक्युपाय केलाय. आणि मिनिमम स्पेस हा सिंपल ऑक्युपाय केलाय. आय थिंक वॉज 52, 68, 74. तर सगळ्यात जास्त स्पेस हा FCC ने ऑक्युपाय केलाय, त्यानंतर BCC ने, आणि त्यानंतर सगळ्यात कमी जो आहे तो सिंपल क्युबिक ने ऑक्युपाय केलेला असतो. ओके. Next is end face centered cubic lattice. 8 into 1 by 8 plus 2 into 1 by 2. Because there are only two ends, bottom end and upper end. So at two ends, half of atom is occupied. एक ॲटम जरी इथे दिसत असला तरी याचा हाफच पोर्शन सिस्टीम मध्ये असतो, म्हणून 2 into 1 by 2 plus 8 into 1 by 8. Answer is 2. Atomic radius of a cubic lattice. So there are 4 cubic lattice present: simple cubic, face centered cubic, body centered cubic, and end face centered cubic. So among these 4, 3 are given here with their atomic radius, and the formula is given for radius. What is A? Small a is the length of a cube. Length of a cube. Simple cubic cell R is equal to A by 2. Face centered cubic cell R is equal to A by root 8. And body centered cubic cell R is equal to root 3A by 4. All these 3 formulas are very, very important to solve the numericals based on this chapter or based on the systems. Okay, so remember the number of atoms present in each cubic cell, that is simple cubic cell 1 atom, face center 4, body center 2, end center 2, and the radius formulas. These formulas are very, very important to find out the radius or another quantity. It can be asked and you have to find out it using this formula. R is radius, atomic radius, and A is the length of cube. Sometimes they will provide you the radius and they'll ask you to find out the length, or sometimes they'll provide you the length and they'll ask you to calculate the radius. So remember each formula. All are different. R is equal to A by 2 for simple cubic. Then comes A by root 2 for face centered cubic, and for body centered cubic root 3A by 4. Generally body centerचं विचारलं जातं कारण की त्याचा फॉर्म्युला थोडासा वेगळा आहे या दोघांपेक्षा. त्यामुळे लक्षात ठेवा, तीनही फॉर्म्युला लक्षात ठेवा, पण विचारताना बॉडी सेंटरचं विचारलं जातं. R is equal to root 3A by 4. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The next is radius ratio rule. Structural analysis is given here. We'll cover these points in next lecture. Now we'll stop here. Wait a minute.